Good morning, everyone! Hello, I'm Paolo del Rosario. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new week, and we'll get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. It is the last Monday of January. Let us start the day and start the week right with inspiration, good vibes, and unstoppable energy.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. I don't know about y'all, this month, this weekend is going by so quickly. Literally, it's about to be February. That's crazy.
I know. Just a few more months before Christmas.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Our beautiful countdown again.
No, we're not starting that. What are you talking about? There's only a few more months before.
Christmas. I'm so excited.
No, ang haba-haba ng Pasko natin. Tapos it's a few months before. No, we're not doing that. Okay?
Wow, Monday na Monday. Galit si Paolo.
Ang mahal ng Christmas, guys.
That's
Okay?
true.
Kaya
Actually,
relax
that's
muna
true.
tayo.
How
Oh my
did you
God.
gift the nice branded items to you? Your favorite gifts?
Which one? The company branded
the
items?
company branded
Let them reproduce company branded items muna. Alright? It's too early to spend again, okay? My goodness.
We're on savings mode pa pala. Si
Nag-recover.
Anne is ready to spend already.
Oh, no.
Nga
I'm just,
Iba
you know,
kasi
I'm
yung
just
level ni
saying.
Anne.
Oh,
grabe,
pang
ah.
Bilyonaryo talaga. Yes.
Anne is ready to spend 11 months in a year.
I know,
Except for
right?
January. Apparently. Yan yung ano
But
niya.
it's the last week of January. It's actually long for some people. They're always saying like January feels like the longest month of the year. So now we're finally on that last stretch, and we have a jam-packed show for them today, right, guys?
100%, yeah. So we have a bit of, we're gonna give pay tribute to Kobe Bryant and of course
Yes.
talk a bit
Yep.
entertainment as well. And yeah, just a lot to go on and there's a lot of excitement up ahead. But first, let's go and do some serious business by checking out the weather. Now, we can expect generally good conditions today with chances of rains. The northeast monsoon or hanging amihan affects most parts of Luzon, including Metro Manila, bringing potential light rains today. Temperature in the metro will range from around 23 to 32 degrees Celsius. Baguio City, in the meantime, will experience cool conditions ranging from 14 to 24 degrees Celsius. Pag-asa says the country remains storm-free as we close out the month of January. The shear line or the convergence of warm and cool winds affects eastern Visayas, where the region can expect scattered rains and thunderstorms. The easterlies is up over the rest of the country, causing scattered rains along with possible humid conditions. Sunset today is at 5:53 p.m. Tune into Weather HQ later on at 9 a.m. on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, for updates whatever the weather.
We got some good news for motorists. On the last week of January, we can expect a rollback after 3 straight weeks of fuel price hikes. Industry sources say gasoline prices may go down to 1 peso a liter starting Tuesday, January 28th. Diesel may have price cuts of as much as 55 centavos a liter and 50 centavos for kerosene. The Energy Department says the opening of oil refineries and ports in the U.S. Gulf Coast are the factors behind the impending fuel price rollback.
On to some serious business. Many health projects in the Philippines in limbo after U.S. President Donald Trump said the U.S. will withdraw from the World Health Organization. Speaking on BNC's weekend agenda, former Health Secretary and now Iloilo Representative Janet Garin said the Philippines now needs to strengthen ties with other Asian countries to prepare for repercussions. The United States is the biggest donor among WHO member states, contributing nearly $1.3 billion in 2022 to 2023. WHO-supported programs in the Philippines, including universal health care, received nearly $30 million from the U.S. in that period. Efforts to combat tuberculosis and control epidemics like HIV/AIDS are also affected in the Philippines, as the Trump administration also halted almost all financial aid worldwide.
Ang importansya ng WHO, lalong-lalo na yung funding galing sa Amerika, ay yung pondo sa surveillance, where actually they share information. Sila yung pinanggagalingan ng critical na impormasyon para makapaghanda yung bawat bansa. instead na meron tayong impormasyon na pinagkukunan yung ating surveillance system, wala tayong pagkukunan. So before you know it, kalat na, no? Parang yung COVID, kung hindi nalaman ng buong mundo yan, tila yung preparasyon, nahirapan talaga tayo.
Over 3,000 police personnel were sanctioned last year. The Philippine National Police says about 5,457 officers were involved in more than 3,000 cases. The PNP explains over 8,000 officers were suspended, while more than 900 were removed from service, including ranking officials. PNP Chief Romel Marbil says this is part of intensified efforts to reform the police force. This comes after 20 police officers were put under restrictive custody following their involvement in a multi-billion peso drug bust in Manila back in 2022. The PNP says among its reforms include a comprehensive disciplinary mechanism aimed at curbing misconduct and a rehabilitation plan for erring cops.
Ultra-Bilyonaryo Ramon Ang is confident that he can achieve the target of 62 million passengers per year at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Ang is the chairman of the San Miguel-led New NAIA Infrastructure Corporation, or NNIC. On Facebook, former Senator Mar Rojas shared his ambush interview with the tycoon. Ang shared his plans, such as the demolition of the 5-decade-old Philippine Village Hotel building to give way for NAIA Terminal 5. He believes this can add 12 million more passengers to the airport's capacity. Ang says Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista is close to settling the legal issues with the structure, which has languished for over 20 years. Meantime, airport runway fences will also be removed to avoid accidents like the recent South Korean airline tragedy. This will also help speed up movements for passengers who need to transfer from domestic to international terminals. Passenger departure and arrival curbsides will also be increased to 12 lanes. Ang also mentioned a concourse extension with a 12-passenger boarding bridge, which will be ready in 3 months.
Kasi ang kailangan sa domestic is designed to be 35 million and international 35. Ayan. Para umabot ka sa 62 million per year.
Per year.
As concession agreement.
62 million per year. 5 million per month yan. Ang dami yan, ha?
Pero kaya. Sandali lang yan. Nakita mo, 3 months pa lang, marami na tayo nagawa. Nakita mo? So, we will quickly build a bus gate for 6 million passenger dito habang tinatayo yung Terminal 5. Tapos na yan. Sandali lang, sir.
Over in the U.S., new developments on the popular app's fate as U.S. President Trump says to be in talks with multiple people over buying TikTok. Under the deal being negotiated by the White House, TikTok's China-based owner, ByteDance, would retain a stake in the company, but data collection and software updates will be overseen by an American company. Reuters sources said tech company Oracle could be behind the sale, which Trump denies. Trump says a decision on the app's future is likely in the next 30 days, saying, "If we could save TikTok, I think it would be a good thing."
Over in South Korea, prosecutors indicted suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol Sunday on charges of leading an insurrection with a short-lived martial law on December 2. Anti-corruption investigators last week recommended chairing the jailed Yoon, who was impeached by Parliament and suspended from his duties over the incident. The recent dramatic events have plunged South Korea into a political crisis that has dragged on the economy and raised concerns amongst its allies about political stability.
How close is humanity to self-destruction? We may get some clue from the annual Doomsday Clock assessment. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists is preparing to unveil the clock in Washington this week. The announcement comes amid escalating global tensions, including growing concerns over nuclear proliferation. Last year's assessment placed humanity at a perilous 90 seconds to midnight, the clossest to global catastrophe in the clock's 75-year history. The distinguished panel, which includes 13 Nobel laureates, will evaluate multiple threats, including nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, and the climate crisis. This stands in stark contrast to 1991, when the clock showed 17 minutes to midnight following the end of the Cold War. The Doomsday Clock was established in 1947 by a group including Albert Einstein. Although it's only a symbolic measure, it has served as humanity's warning system, with midnight representing theoretical annihilation.
From the small screen to the big screen, national hero Dr. Jose Rizal is crossing over to video games. Rizal is featured in the upcoming game Civilization 7. The trailer shows the national hero with his special ability called, let's see if I can say it, Pambansang Bayani, which gives the player extra culture and gold for each narrative event that they complete. His agenda, called Kapwa, enhances good relations with fellow players. Rizal is known for his advocacy towards peaceful reform and equal rights. His inclusion is a big deal for Filipino representation in the gaming stage. Civilization 7 will be released on February 11 in major gaming platforms.
Walang bansang pinagmumula ng katalinuhan.
Revolutionary hero of the Philippines, Jose Rizal was a passionate defender of the rights of all Filipinos.
I'm so happy you got to say Pambansang Bayani correctly.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
First try.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
becoming more and more Filipino every day with this show. I love it.
Exactly.
Grabe. He now goes along with Dr. Jose Rizal in video games, Manny Pacquiao, Neil Etheridge, Jordan Clarkson, Jalen Green as Filipinos that we've seen in video games so
yeah,
far.
it's amazing.
And I think a few more. I think the first one outside of sports in general. Now, speaking of sports, the TNT Tropang Giga boosts their bid for a top 2 finish in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. The Tropang Giga takes down the San Miguel Beermen Sunday at Linares Center in Antipolo. Final score, 115 to 97. RHJ, Ronde Hollis Jefferson filled the stat sheet with a triple-double, 35 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. The lefty Mamba also got 3 steals and a block. 4 other Tropang Giga players scored in double figures, including RR Pogoy with 22 markers. Moving on to the first game, the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots wallops guest team Eastern by 29 points, 107-78. Ricardo Ratliff top scored for Magnolia with 25 points and 16 rebounds, while former UAAP stars Jerome Lastimosa and Zabe Lucero chipped in with a combined 40 for the Hot Shots.
In local entertainment, tributes have started to pour in for veteran actress and queen of Philippine cinema, Gloria Romero, who passed away this Saturday at the age of 91. Here's a look at the life and legacy of the movie icon.
She is affectionately known as the Queen of Philippine cinema, Gloria Romero. Her remarkable journey spans over 7 decades, during which she became a beloved figure, not just for her talent, but for her profound impact on the industry and her audience. Born Gloria Ann Borrego Galia on December 16, 1933 in Denver, Colorado, Gloria began her illustrious career at just 16 years old. She made her film debut in 1949 and quickly rose to prominence with standout performances in classics such as Kasintahan sa Pangarap and Palasig and Monghita. However, it was her role in Dalagang Ilocana that earned her the first of many accolades, including a famous Best Actress award. This recognition marked the beginning of a storied career that would see her star in over 250 films and television shows. Throughout her life, Gloria was not only an actress, but also a symbol of grace and resilience. She captivated audiences with her performances in iconic films like Nagbabagang Luha, Tanging Yaman, and Rainbow Sunset. The last one earning her another Best Actress award at the Metro Manila Film Festival in 2018. Her ability to portray a wide range of characters from comedic roles to poignant dramas demonstrated her versatility and deep understanding of the craft. Gloria's contributions extended beyond film. She made significant marks on television with memorable roles in popular shows such as Palibhasa Lalaki and Familia Zaragoza. Her final role was in the fantasy anthology series Daig Kayo ng Lola Ko, where she continued to inspire new generations of viewers. Tributes continue to pour in from fans and colleagues alike, celebrating her extraordinary life and the joy she brought to countless individuals. Film Development Council of the Philippines Chair Joey Reyes said, quote, "You shall always be the queen of Philippine movies. Thank you for making our silver screen sparkle." Her family, daughter Marites Gutierrez and grandson Chris, have expressed their deep gratitude for the outpouring of love and support during this difficult time. Maricar Bautista, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Well, speaking about remembering, basketball fans remembering the late, great Kobe Bryant on his 5th death anniversary. We'll take a look at the legacy of the Black Mamba 5 years on with basketball player Katan, a.k.a. the One-Armed Mamba. That conversation live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. You know, 5 years on, this never gets any easier. But Kobe Bryant remains a towering inspiration to basketball fans around the world. Even more so today, and things have never been the same since we lost the Black Mamba 5 years ago. The basketball icon and his daughter Gianna and 7 others tragically lost their lives in a helicopter crash in California on January 26, 2020. And Kobe's promising second career act ended way too soon. Highlighted by an Oscar victory in 2018 for his animated short film, Dear Basketball. Kobe had a prolific career where he won 5 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVP honors, and 1 season MVP, 18 All-Star selections, and his legendary 81-point game, the second highest scoring total in NBA history. Kobe's legendary mentality on and off the court still resonates with fans more than ever.
Well, I mean, as a competitive person, the thing that I do is look forward. You can't change things that were. You can't change the outcome. What you can do is control what you can't control, which is your performance, which is how well you hit the ball, which is how well you pitch the ball, which is how well you defend.
Kobe Bryant endeared himself to his Filipino fans by visiting the country on multiple occasions, with his final visit taking place back in 2016. Now today, we honor the Black Mamba by speaking with someone who holds a unique connection to him, one of the few people who can proudly say that they inspired Kobe as well. Welcome to It's a Beautiful Day, basketball player Katan, a.k.a. the One-Armed Mamba. Magandang umaga. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me.
It's always too early for everyone. We're so happy you come in like a ray of sunshine. Again, you know, your story has been documented over and over again, your relationship with Kobe in particular. But for those not familiar, simulan natin with how did you become a fan of Kobe Bryant in the first place? You know, before you actually met the guy, or was it when you actually met him the first time?
Yeah, I actually first saw him on TV while I was in the hospital after my accident.
Yeah.
And then I was already a basketball fan. My dad used to play, or you know, I grew up in a sports environment at home, so I'm very familiar with sports. And while I was recovering, I was watching an NBA game, and it was the same year he entered the NBA. It was 1996. So the first time I saw him on TV while he was playing, I kind of, you know, like something caught my eye about him, and, you know, the connection I felt was really something special, and, you know, the rest was history.
Yeah, you know, I just want to build on that because that year was 1996,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. That's also the first time I saw Kobe, and that's actually the year I became a Jazz fan.
Okay.
Because that's when Kobe lost to the Jazz, at sabi ko, walang kwenta si Kobe.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn out to be the case, obviously. But what was it that in Kobe that made you fan for life?
You could see it. Well, you know, when you're a fan, you'd see his actions or the way he plays basketball. As you've mentioned, he didn't start his career at like LeBron James, like at the superstar level. So he had to really work his way up, and you could see his determination and, you know, how he really wants to be that, to be the best player in the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, and as a Kobe fan, I mean, I hate to bring this up, but his death anniversary was yesterday. How was it like seeing the news? Because I know for me at that moment, it was so surreal. I thought it was a prank. I had no idea. Walk me through what was going through your mind when the news broke out.
The news broke out here in the Philippines. It's around
2 a.m., 3 a.m.
3 a.m.,
Yeah.
4 a.m. And that same day, I had a flight to Bacolod to do a talk to young athletes.
Oh, wow.
And my dad woke me up because he just entered my room and he said like, "Kat, Kobe died in a helicopter crash." And I was like, I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was like, oh, is this a prank? Is this something? So I didn't really like. I was sleeping, and when I checked my phone, because people knew that I'm a huge Kobe fan, my friends messaged me and everything, and then that's when it hit me like, oh, this is real. And it was something. I was so shocked that I sat on my bed and I was like staring at my phone and like couldn't believe it at all. And then I didn't really cry at first. When I went to the airport, I was like crying like alone. I was like, oh my God. And while I was making a post, I was like, like everything's, it sunk in like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole world was in shock when when that news item came out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Kat, let's go back to the year 2016. Let's revisit that big moment of yours when you were part of Kobe's final camp here in the Philippines. You were asked to do that 3-point challenge, right? Kwento mo ulit sa amin yun.
That shot kind of made me,
Yeah.
the One-Armed Mamba. That kind of validated the name, the One-Armed Mamba.
There you go.
Yeah, so it was, I wasn't really like, I was supposed to be the one shooting actually, because Kobe asked, out of the 24 players that was in the gym, he asked for a volunteer. And I was like at the back of everyone.
Okay.
And I remember Coach Yuri Escueta.
Yeah.
He was the one. I was like, I was quiet at the back, and he saw me and like, he pointed at me and like, Kat, ikaw na to.
He volunteered for you.
He volunteered for me, and I was
okay.
like, yeah, okay, sure. I was like, you're in that camp. You're in there for a reason.
And I love that you were the only girl, mind you,
Not-
right?
No,
we
no,
were
no.
actually
There's more?
six. We were
Yeah.
actually
It's like
six.
they're only
Okay.
showing all the guys. That's why I was like,
there were girls there also,
Okay.
but mostly guys. So it was like when Coach Yuri pointed at me, I was like, okay, sure, I'm up for the challenge. I'm there for a
Okay.
reason. That's like Mamba mentality. So you can't back down, especially when Kobe's like right in front of you. It's like,
exactly.
I mean,
Looking
how were
at
you
you.
feeling? Were you so nervous at that moment, or were you just so focused? I would have been freaking out because Kobe's watching me.
Yeah, I think I don't actually know how it all
Nag-blackout
went
ka?
down. Yeah, it's like I didn't actually had a time to think like, okay, I'm just gonna do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I kind of had like this confidence because when I knew that it's gonna be shot at the top of the key.
Yeah, that's your shot.
That's one of my favorite spots.
yeah,
and
that's
I
your
don't
shot.
I don't think people knew, or even the coaches knew, that I could shoot a 3-point.
Yeah.
And even Kobe, I could see it in his eyes. He was like, okay, like looking at me. But prior to that, when we were doing drills, I went up to him and I was like, I was very confident in like, I asked him, do you remember? Hey, do you remember me?
Yeah.
And he was like dribbling the ball and I was like, yeah, of course. And I was at the back of my head, like, nah,
Nah,
you don't
he doesn't.
remember.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I've
yeah.
met him twice already before
Yes.
that year.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it was like a journey of me meeting him, and it was like, no, you don't remember me. So right after that, or before the shot, I was like, I'm gonna make you remember me. So that's kind of my motivation. I'm gonna make.
You made him remember you.
Yeah,
When you nailed that shot.
Yeah, I was like praying to all the gods and all the saints.
It was so memorable na kahit sa sobrang tagal na, we're still talking about it.
Yeah, I know.
Grabe.
I think some people
Almost a
have
decade.
been. Some people have been like, oh, here we go
No,
again.
we're
Like,
all,
but-
no, we're all jealous. What are you talking about?
No, I love that story.
But my only story with Kobe and basketball, pinatakbo niya ako for 24 minutes kasi number 24 siya eh. But that was literally.
But that was
fun.
the consequence. If I didn't make the shot, the other players will run the 17s.
The 17s, the 8 to
except
24.
for me, and that was that was a sin. I mean, in
Yeah.
basketball, you'd feel so guilty about seeing your teammates,
yes.
Yeah.
doing all that hard work, and you're there just staring
Wait
at
lang,
it.
bakit yung punishment nyo, yan lang yung pinagawa sa amin? Like, we didn't even get a chance to shoot with the guy.
Yeah.
But no, all joking aside, syempre, just again, we're rolling that clip over and over again.
Yeah.
And ako personally, I knew your career even before that. I knew you were a shooter. But then there we're seeing your relationship with Kobe, even when you were a baby. And my goodness.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was I think 11 years old this time.
It was so long ago. He wasn't even with Nike then. Adidas pa siya nun.
Adidas,
We're seeing that. I think that may have been his first visit.
Yes, that was his first
98.
visit here in the Philippines in 1998. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. Syempre,
Yeah.
so you went through his entire career all throughout. And of course, he passed away. We still talk about that Mamba mentality and we still talk about that. So how has he impacted your life even after he passed away?
Yeah, as everyone has been so inspired by him on and off the court. So it's kind of like when he said in his interview that one of his inspirations was me. He said it in an interview.
Yes, he did.
He keeps inspired by being an inspiration to others, and that's what kind of also what I want to be to others. And his I think his relentlessness in terms of pursuing excellence in doing whatever, basketball or even outside the court, life in general, being the best that you can be, you want to be in your life. It will always hold a special place in my heart. That kind of motivates me in doing what I want. He said that when you love what you do, anything is easy now.
Yeah, it totally shows.
Yeah.
If Kobe was still alive today and you could talk to him for one more time, is there one particular thing you would like to say to him?
No, I would just really just want to thank him for inspiring me, because I wouldn't be in this position also in life without that inspiration of living life, the way I want to live it. I think what kind of makes me go through with everything, sports really helped me a lot. It built my character, it built my confidence in myself. So whenever I'm in the court, I don't care what other people say about me. Some would really criticize or say comments but I would always remember, and I would always tell myself that don't mind it, don't mind whatever they say. Just show them what you got, show them what you can do, and it's something that for me, his legacy will always remain. And one way of doing that, or even though he's not here anymore, I could be one of this, the living proof of having that kind of Mamba mentality.
Yeah, we talk about the Mamba mentality, and you may have been one of the first people who actually ever had it. Na-mention mo nga. Because for those who do not know, Kat was not born with one arm. It came after an accident, and actually you mentioned how Kobe helped as a part of it, your recovery. And you were a basketball player even before that.
Yeah.
Even I know that. You're a basketball player even before that.
She played tennis before basketball.
Yes.
Yes, she also did
But
that.
I tried out in our basketball team when I had my left arm, but I was rejected.
Yeah, but then when you didn't have it.
After the accident, I tried it out again. That's when I got into the team.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that is an amazing story.
yeah, that's kind of something I would also tell the audience or people who are watching. It doesn't matter when you get rejected. That it doesn't stop there.
Right.
That's kind of you could use that as a motivation for you to get better
Yes.
and to try and try and try again. If you really want something, you do anything
Right.
to achieve that. So for me, that's...
And you're living proof.
I know.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask her. Actually, what advice can you give to people who are young people, especially who are doing sports, not just basketball, but sports in general, and those who are not feeling so confident about themselves, losing motivation? What advice can you give them?
You can extend that to life as well.
Yeah, in
Hindi lang
life.
sports.
In life, yeah. Just whatever you do, you always believe in yourself. Kobe also said that. Anyone, he said that in his interview also. But it's true that it has to come within yourself, in you. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. You have to, you let people see what you want them to see.
Right.
So you show them what you got, and just do your thing.
Yeah.
Love what you do and be happy with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy life and never take things for granted, because you'll never know what comes next. So,
oh my gosh, beautifully said. I'm like trying to hold back the tears. I'm like, wow, Kat, I really feel
Why
that.
are you holding back?
No,
Why are you
that was
holding back?
amazing. Well, that was super touching.
I love listening to Kat speak every time, especially when it comes to Kobe, because obviously there's connection there. But then there are a lot of people that Kobe has touched and was touched by in the sense of his inspiration, and Kat definitely is one of them. She's been doing since 1996, 1998, and the fact that she's still here telling the story. Just amazing. Kat, maraming salamat.
Thank
We really
you. Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the One-Armed Mamba, Kat Tan.
Now up next, a celebrity couple joins us after the break. We will talk about showbiz, love, and life with Ricardo Cepeda and Marina Benipayo. You don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, our next guests this morning are TV mainstays, most recently known for their roles in primetime hit series Batang Quiapo. Curiously, this real-life couple also started their love story on the set of a primetime series back in 2011. And now, this couple has got a beautiful story to tell on staying strong and in love through various seasons of their lives together. It's a beautiful day, Ricardo Cepeda and Marina Benipayo. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Ay, saan ba?
You know what? I was
to be
telling
here.
Miss Marina and Sir Ricardo that we're actually dubbing Batang Quiapo from Tagalog to English, and it's being aired abroad. And I am actually the voice of Miss Marina Benipayo.
Wow.
So, oh my goodness, I just feel so honored that you guys...
You sound alike.
Oh, diba?
Kahit yung laughter.
Yes.
But, Sir Ricardo, you were separated, the two of you were separated for 11 months due to certain circumstances. And then after posting bail, you were finally able to be with your family again. Can you tell us, what was it like when you reunited again after 11 long years?
Months.
Oh, yeah, months, yes.
nun,
Oh,
ah.
11 years, grabe yun.
11 months, yes.
Parang disbelief muna. It's after being in there for 11 months, I was already gotten into this mindset na trying to compartmentalize, not to look too far forward. So when the time actually came, there was still this disbelief na, are we really together again?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And when it took a while. It took a while actually before talagang it sunk in. I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're together again.
Hindi naman totally separate because I visited him almost every week in Tugigaraw. And then, pero ang hirap din ng situation because I want to,
Of course.
but sabi ko nga, yung usual talaga na tanong, why do you do it? Why do you have to fly every time you have the chance? Sagot ko, gusto ko mahal ko siya.
Of course, when you love someone, you
Yeah,
do anything.
and sabi ko, you want to do something, you do it now. Ayoko may regrets.
Right.
I wanted to I wanted him to know that I'll always be there
Yeah.
for him.
And of course, I was looking through a lot of the interviews and a lot that was said after yung release nyo po. And Sir Ricardo, I think one of the most beautiful things I've heard was that you had a quiet confidence with Miss Marina that she could hold things down. And nalala ko, there was a optimism that after 2 months, baka it would be better.
We actually thought that, kasi it's parang clear-cut na something that any lawyer who's looked at it knows that right away they say, oh, bakit nasama to? Dapat out ka dito eh. So we really thought that this wasn't going to last that long. And so at the first we were very confident na, don't worry, matatapos na to. And then pa-extend.
Parang, sabi ko, ano to? Para siyang, it's something, hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari the next day.
We talked when she visited me, we talked and she's the one who actually told me, she said, look, parang pang ilang extension na. So, ito ng reality natin. Let's not be thinking like, baka next month, baka next month. Let's just take it, this is our reality, and then we deal with it this way, day by day na lang. Let's not make future plans that, oh, it's gonna be okay next week, it's gonna be,
Kasi, one thing talaga nakakasira sa ating lahat is when you expect and hope and it never comes.
Right.
So sabi ko nga, no, we're not young. Sanay na kami sa expectations not being met. So sabi ko, this is the right time. Itong isang example na, let's stop expecting. Let's just ride the wave. Anyway, we know the truth. Diba? So, and God is with us. So, everything will turn out well. This just has to happen. We don't know why. But it happened. So, we're here.
It's just in time. But, we were, parang the confidence is that I know it's going to be good. It's going to come out. But it's the expectation where you think, any moment now, they'll wake up. Wake up and they'll say, okay.
Sir Ricardo, you were away for 11 months, no? And then you were actually hoping that it would be shorter, but then tumagal siya ng ganong kahaba. How did you? We were talking about it off air nga. How did you handle that challenge nung nandoon ka?
A lot of prayer, and then like I said, sabi with the confidence that I knew that she was able to take care of things. The biggest problem, kasi when you are in that situation, away, not in control, is that what's happening at home, what's happening with the family. And that I knew that she was there and she could take care of it. Malaking bagay that she could hold everything together. And then inside naman, even in our regular life, we deal with a lot of things with humor.
Sobra.
May dark humor na ba? Naging dark humor na ba ng
Hindi
konti?
naman.
Hindi naman.
Light to dark.
May variety ng konti.
Pero our personalities namin, although kontrabida kami usually, we're usually villains. We're actually, sabi ko nga, when they talk about him, sabi ko, alam nyo, you should, listen to him. He's really very funny. Tapos ayaw maniwala. Pero sabi ko nga, usually the mga kontrabida are the pinaka nakakatawa.
In real life.
The ones with the sense of humor.
I just listened to the story. I can only imagine the lessons that you've learned. In fact, listening to it reminded me of the saying that, fire strengthens iron. That means that you have to go through certain trials and lumalakas yung relationship ninyo. Sometimes, for some people, it breaks, but doesn't seem like to be the case for you. In fact, lumakas nga po. When you take a look at the lessons that you've learned and what you could share with our audience especially, what were your biggest takeaways from yung experience po?
Well, Ricardo and I are not new to life's challenges. That's one thing. So sabi ko nga, while you're young, lahat kayo, while you're young, you try to test yourself. When a challenge comes, it's either you become weak or choose to be strong. It's easier said than done. Pero in the long run, it does make you stronger. What do you want? What do you want to happen to you after this? If you look forward to how you would want to be after the challenge, it will propel you more. Instead of just saying, hindi ko kaya, wala na to, di ba, parang walang mangyayari. You know, instead of doing that, you could channel that energy into something more positive.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, pero it can be done. Tsaka also, number 2, I also told Richard, in crisis, mga crisis na ganito, mga bagets, no? Eto, you build your credibility, build your character, and be mindful of how people perceive you. No, alam ko, sabi natin, wala pakialam po anong inisip ng ibang tao.
Yeah.
Pero with Ricardo, sabi ko, I swear, it helped a lot na alam nila mabait ka.
Right, yes,
Kasi,
yes.
if you look at it in another, siguro perspective, no, kung ibang tao siya, you would hear, alam natin yan, di ba? You would hear things like, ay, buti nga sa kanya, o kasi ganito siya, that's why it happened, karma, whatever. But with Ricardo, nothing. You heard nothing. And everyone was quiet and just in prayer for him. You know, things that are beyond your control. You know, you just have to keep calm. And that's, you know, number 3. That's what Ricardo did. Sabi ko nga, if ako, I was faced with that challenge, you know, being separate with him and handling everything, what more him? Secluded, isolated, in an area far away from home.
Right.
Pero, whenever I visit him,
Ay, we have fun.
we have fun. I mean, sabi ko nga, hindi, umiyak kami. No, we shared yung mga iyak nung first, until the realization of, hindi, wag na natin i-expect. Let's not just, because iba-iba, there are
Parang
other
we
people
took it that,
involved.
we also took it that we can deal with this. We're here. Ito na we're here. It's either you can be stressed out and cry and be miserable thinking about it every day, or you accept it that this is your situation now, and then you make the most, be positive, and you intend to come out stronger rather than every day you're stressed out because and there's nothing you can do. You're still going to be there.
Yeah.
Pero,
So,
yun nga, you have to, alam nyo ano, so, you know, for the younger ones,
Yeah.
no? Ito malaki talaga that you, right now, you build yourself. Kasi don't wait until, you know, say, labi, enjoy na. No, okay, you enjoy, but you have to build yourself.
Yeah.
Because greater challenges will fall upon you as you get older.
And challenges you don't expect.
Challenges you don't, yung sabi nga, you know, wouldn't
Totally,
expect.
ano.
Totally unexpected challenges that are bigger than what you think right now. So you have to prepare. I'm not scaring anyone,
Of course.
but that's the truth. That's the reality. Hindi na madali. You know what's happening around us. So you have to prepare yourself. When the time comes, no, when faced with a challenge, by that time, kayang-kaya mo na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to bring up something po because, you know, based on our conversation, you've turned a lot to prayer po. We turned a lot to, obviously, your spirituality, especially being alone and isolated there for 11 months. And normally, when people refer to that a lot, and sabi nila that you turn to it kapag wala na talaga. What moments did you feel that that's what you could turn to the most, especially during that time, that 11-month period?
Ever since naman, we always pray. We always pray.
Yun
So it
pa.
wasn't really a big change, but it just was like where you had to trust more. Lalo pa yung lean not on your own understanding.
Yes, yes.
We just said there's a plan. There's a plan, and I told her, I said, I think part of the plan is that I'm here to bear witness on a lot of what people don't know happens to other people, because there are a lot of people who are not celebrities, who are not known, who are also inside, detained, waiting on the courts, and who are deprived of their liberty. But people don't know about it because these people are just normal, quiet people who are not in the public eye. So I said that's part of the purpose, is that my being here put a spotlight, shone some light on the situation.
And the fact that bad things do happen to good people. Hindi ko inaano ang sarili namin. No, but even if you ask, no, people who know us, wala kaming tinapakan, we just work. We live quietly, we don't even go out. We don't even, we don't own anything. We don't, you know, we're very regular people except for the fact na nasa TV kami. Pero we live peacefully, minimal, quietly. We never hurt anyone. And we pray, but still this happened. Diba? So, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, there was that moment, maybe 2 months in, or 3 months in, where I medyo nag-give in ako with that thought na, why us? Why me? Ano bang ginawa ko? Wala naman, but why me? And parang everyone's against you. The court seems to be against it. The system seems to be against. It seems that the common sense is that wala ka dapat dun eh. Why is it everything happening? And that's when you question, parang God, bakit nangyari to? Why did you allow this? And then you kind of let it sink in a while that there is a reason.
Yes, parang God has a reason for everything.
Yes,
for everything
even if sabihin nila na you never question. We never question.
Yeah.
Pero for the first time, kahit gaano ka pakalakas, no? There are itong time na yan na you will question, but then you pick yourself up. Hindi. There's something.
Yeah.
It means something.
It's so funny kasi we were obviously, when we were preparing for the show, we wanted to talk about your entire relationship as a whole. But then I realized that in the course of this, na itong latest episode na to has become, I guess, your relationship in a nutshell, yung commitment ninyo and their trust in one another. But of course, we also have to consider yung family po ninyo because that was another big factor here. And Anne, I think you're more familiar with all of that, if you could help me out.
Yeah, how did your children handle tong situation?
Okay, when this happened, so syempre si Richard is in shock. No? Ako, I'm in shock. But the first thing that came into my mind, and I keep saying this, na sana gawin din ng lahat ng mga asawa, babae o lalaki. You have a family, you have a partner. Pag may nangyari sa partner mo, the first thing that you think about, how do you protect your name? How do you protect your partner's name? Diba? Lalo na kung alam mong para ka na sidetrack yung buhay niyo bigla.
Right.
How do you protect? So, the first thing in my mind, protect his name and then talk to the children. So, sabi ko, I came out with that video but it's in private now. Na? And then, next thing I did, I talked to the children. I told them, okay, what happened? I will handle, akong bahala sa daddy mo. Kami na bahala. Kayo, you live your lives the same way. You work, you work, don't stress yourself too much. Don't think about it too much dahil walang kinalaman sa inyo. Whatever is happening.
Okay.
Continue with your lives because the worst thing that ayokong makita is that after all this, you will regret that you spent so much time stressing over what happened to Paps. No? That you yourself were not able to be productive as individuals. So sabi ko, you focus on yourselves.
Okay.
And my youngest na, you focus lang on your family. Kami nang bahala.
I can see why you were so confident.
Yeah. When you look at them, talaga, parang you see that they have so much love for each other.
Yes.
They are there for each other during the easy times in life and then even the toughest challenges that life brings you. And I know that you met during your modeling days?
Ay, no.
Pero,
No.
Hindi pa before
modeling.
Before modeling pa. But then,
Nagpakilala ako.
Oh!
I saw this tall chinita come out of a tricycle na it
College pa ako ng college.
Kasi kumasya
Even
eh.
before that.
Kumasya
Hindi ako
Okay.
model.
So hindi pa siya model, tapos ako kakamodel ko lang. So ginamit ko pa, di ba, pasimpleng. Sabi ko, are you a model? No, not yet. Sabi ko, you should be kasi yung tangkad mo, bagay sa'yo. I should know kasi model ako. Diba?
So yun ba yung yun yung pick-up line na ginamit mo
Not
for...
naman pick up, but it was supposed to be impressive, but she was so unimpressed.
Wow.
And the next thing you know, I see her months later in the same year. Suddenly, na siya, nagma-modeling contest na and everything.
Oh my gosh, and ended up in beauty pageants, ended up with a great career. Grabe, it has been such an experience.
Thankful, I'm very thankful for my life. Hindi, kaya nga when you love someone, you love passionately and you commit.
Yes, that is
Kasi
so true.
I think important din na that you're confident about yourself. You know, you have to be confident and love yourself, have the right amount of love for you to be able to love another person the right way.
Yeah.
Ayan. Pero ganun pala. 38 years.
38 years
Congratulations.
again, and I think only strengthened by the latest challenge. And
Yes.
first of all, congratulations for the 38 years. We cannot wait to hear more from the both of you and learn more from the both of you in the future as well. I wish we had more time, but we allotted everything we could just to hear more about
Sayang.
your story. Maraming
Uy,
salamat
teka,
po.
Kinay, kasi I'm on TikTok and I advocate mga local, I help these mga local bag manufacturers. So if you have a TikTok account, kindly please follow my account, Marina Benipayo, and Ricardo Cepeda's account. Kung samahan niyo po ako, suportahan ang ating mga local bag makers dahil kung hindi po natin sila suportahan at tuloy-tuloy yung trabaho nila, baka maubos po ang mga factory natin.
That's true.
Yes, support
Sana
local.
masuportahan po natin sila.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you
Miss
so
Marina,
much
Sir
for
Ricardo.
joining
Thank
us.
you for joining us
And at
today.
this point, we'll bring in Mo as well to help wrap up the show. That is it for us today on Monday, January 27. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Always remember to celebrate each day and spread love and kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Have a great Monday ahead. I hope our show was so inspirational to kickstart your week. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. only here on...
Saan ka nanggaling? It's a beautiful day!